Hello guys, welcome to Sam Reviews and Gaming, and today is the annual Top 10 Movies of 2018. This was quite a hard list to make this year. There have been lots and lots of amazing movies this year, so I had to put them into order. I would have loved to put most of these at number one, but anyway, we have to get to this. So, we'll start off with my honorable mentions. So, I have 7 honorable mentions, and they are in order from 17 to 11. So, we have The Grinch. It was like I didn't expect it to be good, but it was pretty decent. Incredibles 2, a solid sequel, not as good as the original, but because I feel like Screenslaver was a very weak villain. But the Jack Jack stuff was pretty good, and the Alaska investigation stuff was pretty cool. Got Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. I liked it. A lot of people don't like it, but me personally, I liked it quite a bit. It's not as good as the first Jurassic World, but it's better than The Lost World and Jurassic Park 3. Then we got Venom. Quite a surprising movie, to be honest, but I was one of the people who expected it to be good. But it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. But it was still pretty good, and I wish we got more Venom instead of, there was too much Eddie Brock and not enough Venom. Then we got Deadpool 2. Yeah, it's pretty decent. I haven't actually seen the super duper cut, but so that might be better, and if I had seen it, it might have been in my top 10, but I only seen the actual cut, and it's number 13 or something. Then we have Ready Player One, just, like, really good. The first time I watched the movie, I didn't like it that much because I just read the book, and it's quite different to the book, but then when I watched it the second time, I realised that how good of a movie it was, so I enjoyed it for what it was, and the shiny bit is just the best bit in the movie. And then number 11, Black Panther. So this, when I first watched this, I thought it was good, but then over time I realized I thought to myself that it wasn't that good, and then so I only seen it once, and then so yesterday it was at 21, my 21th spot on out of my movies ranked for this year, and then I watched it last night because I got the DVD, and it's now 11, so it's really good, and it's really close to getting into the top 10, but it missed a spot. So without further ado, let's get into the top 10. So number 10, we have Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. Now, I am a major fan of the Fantastic Beasts movie. I thought that the first one was really well done, but this one was better. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I am a fan of both Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts in the same universe and stuff. So I loved the Hogwarts stuff in the movie, and I love the Fantastic Beasts plot as well. Yes, there was a little bit too much plot. That's why it's not higher up on the list. But I just love the characters, and Grindelwald is one of the best villains of the year. And spoilers, but finding it Credence is Dumbledore's brother, supposedly, that was pretty I did not see that coming. But yeah, so that's number 10, and yeah, so I can't wait to see that movie again. It might go down or it might go up the next time I see it, but I've only seen it once since it came out in November. But yeah, okay, number 9 is Bohemian Rhapsody. I mean, come on. So I did not even care to watch this movie really when I first when I saw the trailers and stuff. I was like, oh, it's cool, it's Queen, because I like Queen. But now Queen is my favorite band because of this movie. It's like a really good movie, and I didn't know a lot of the stuff about Queen and stuff, but it's just great backstory, and it's just great singing, and it's just fun throughout the whole movie, and it makes you think differently about these people. Okay, so number 8, Ant-Man and the Wasp. So Ant-Man and the Wasp was a really decent sequel to Ant-Man. It's probably better. I saw this in cinemas. And then when I was coming back from Thailand, back to New Zealand, I saw Ant-Man and the Wasp first again, and then I watched Ant-Man 1, and Ant-Man and the Wasp was better. And now I have both. I have Ant-Man and the Wasp on Blu-ray. I got it for Christmas, and I have Ant-Man 1 on the USB because I recorded it from TV. But yeah, and the characters are a lot better in this movie. The Wasp is a lot better than the first movie. I didn't really like her character in the first movie that much, but now I do. And then of course Scott Lang, Ant-Man, is really good, and Luis is just as funny as ever. And Ghost was a pretty good villain, to be honest, much better than Yellow Jacket, who I think is probably the worst villain in the MCU. And then yeah, and it was cool to see that Janet Van Dyne came back, but I didn't expect that in the movie. I didn't even know what the plot was really. The trailers didn't really show you really. It was basically just showing the Wasp in action. But yeah, and the Ghost. But yeah. So that's number 8, and number 7 is Mission Impossible Fallout. So Mission Impossible Fallout is a really good movie, and it's the best Mission Impossible movie in my opinion. Really close to Ghost Protocol, but it's just really fun. It's got the best villain in Mission Impossible. It's got some of the best action scenes in the movies, and the characters are all in some of the previous movies you've had Ethan and Luther, and that was pretty much it, who you knew and cared for. But now they've kept Benji in. They got rid of Jeremy Renner's character, but they kept that girl's character and stuff, and his wife came back in this movie, and that was pretty good. And all the stunts were as real looking as they could be, and yeah, it's just, and also the last act of the movie was filmed in New Zealand, so you can't go wrong with that. Okay, number 6, Solo: A Star Wars Story. Now, a lot of you might not agree with this, but me personally, I thought that Solo was a really good entry into the Star Wars series, and I personally love Star Wars so much, so it had to pretty much make my top 10. But I don't think since 2015 when I started this, there hasn't been a year when Star Wars movie hasn't made my top 10. But this is the lowest one on my list. But I don't think it's that bad. Me personally, I think it's better than The Force Awakens and better than Rogue One, but not as good as The Last Jedi. I know everyone will hate me for saying this, but The Last Jedi is the 4th best Star Wars movie. It's the best one since Return of the Jedi. But yeah, I like the characters of Han was really good, and Chewie that were really good, and Lando was pretty good. Kira was, yeah, she was okay, I guess, but yeah, and Beckett was pretty cool. The villain, Dryden Voss, was pretty weak, to be honest, but I just liked the Kessel Run, and I liked how Chewie got to meet more Wookiees and stuff. And the Darth Maul thing, I don't think needed to be in the movie. It was basically there to show a lightsaber, because there's a lightsaber in every single Star Wars movie then. But I think that I would prefer it if they put C-3PO and R2-D2 in this movie, because then they would have been in every single Star Wars movie, but whatever. And the Millennium Falcon, how it loses its front look, that's a pretty good thing in the movie. Anyway, yeah, so number 6 is Solo. Okay, number 5 is Aquaman. So this is the most recent movie I saw, and I thought since it was revealed, it's last year or something, I knew that it was going to be good, and everyone told me it was not going to be good, and they're like, oh no, it's going to suck and stuff, and I'm like, no, I had hope for DC, because I am a DC fan over Marvel. I still like Marvel, their movies are better, I guess. Their cinematic universe is better overall than DC's, but DC has got better, better single movies, I guess. Because of Aquaman and Wonder Woman. So Wonder Woman is still better than Aquaman in my opinion, but Aquaman was really close to currently beating Wonder Woman. The characters of Vulko and Queen Atlanta were really good characters. I mean, they didn't have much to do really in the movie. I mean, it's usually Vulko, he just told them where to go and stuff, but I just like the first bit of the movie, how like it showed how like his parents met and stuff, and it was really good. King Orm, I mean, he was a good villain, and his motives were clear, and you understood why he was trying to do this. But I didn't like him. But I loved Black Manta. Like he was so cool in the movie, and people were saying, "Oh, his costume looks like a Power Rangers costume," and I'm like, no, it looks really sick, and it was really cool in the movie. And the fight scene, that was probably the best bit in the movie, in my opinion, was the Black Mantis fight scene. And then he lost his eye at the end of the movie. Spoilers. And so he's got the classic eye patch thing. Yeah, I don't really know Black Manta that well, but he just looks really sick. And Aquaman and Mera were they had great chemistry, and they were really good in the movie, and definitely stole the show. Okay, so that was number 5. Number 4 is Bumblebee. Okay, Bumblebee was another movie everyone said was going to suck, and I was like, no, it's going to be good. Because of, I don't know, I just had a feeling, and then the trailers came out, and I'm like, this looks really good. And then I saw the movie, and it was really, really good. Like, Bumblebee is, he's my favorite Transformer, and it's good to have a movie about him. And then they put, like, all the battle stuff on their Transformers planet, can't remember what it's called. But that was a really good sequence in the movie. Optimus Prime looks so much better in these movies than he does in the Michael Bay movies. It focuses on the characters and stuff instead of just blow up action and stuff, and that's why I like it a lot. And the characters, Haley Steinfeld's character was really good, and I mean, like John Cena's character, I mean, he was fine, but he wasn't as good as like the other people, but he was okay, I guess. And the final action sequence is like pretty cool. So overall, this movie was really mind-blowing for me. I went into it expecting it to be good, and it was better than good. So yeah, I give that a 5 out of 5 star. I give most of these movies 5 out of 5 star. From 5 up to 1 is 5 out of 5 star. So yeah, let's go to number 3. Number 3 is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Now this is like the third to the last movie. The third, yeah. So this is I saw the advanced screening of this because I wanted to watch it this year, because in New Zealand it doesn't actually come out until January the 3rd, which sucks, because then it would have been in my 2019 top 10 movies probably. But since I went to the advanced screening of it, that came out. There was 2 days of advanced screenings, and it was like 2 weeks ago, I think. And I went to it, and it was really good. I didn't expect it to be this good. I thought it was going to be like, you know, a decent superhero movie, but not better than like Black Panther and Ant-Man and the Wasp. But it was, and it was like the animation style was so cool, how it looked like it was a comic book. And right from the start, when it showed all the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man stuff, it made me laugh so much. The emo Peter Parker stuff, like, it was so funny. And yeah, it was just like, I care for Miles Morales' character now. The only character I didn't really care for was Penny Parker. Everyone else I thought was really cool, and another Haley Steinfeld character here, is Spider-Gwen. But yeah, so a lot of people will think it's not going to be good because it's animated, but it's literally better than Black Panther, Ant-Man, the Wasp, Aquaman, Deadpool 2. It's better than all the other superhero movies, except one. But it's still really, really good movie, and it was emotional, and you felt for the characters and stuff. So yeah, that's why it's number 3. Number 2 is Christopher Robin. Now, this movie I did not expect to be on my top 10 list at all, but I am a major fan of Winnie the Pooh. He is my favorite Disney, like, all the characters from this are like my favorite Disney characters. And I love the original books and stuff, so I was excited when the first trailer came out, because when I first heard the title, like, Christopher Robin, I thought it was like some sort of sequel to Goodbye Christopher Robin, but when I saw the trailers, I was like, wow, this looks really good. The animation looks so real, and it has an amazing plotline, and it's pretty sad, to be honest. But because I think other people don't like this as much because they're not Winnie the Pooh fans. But for me, I love Winnie the Pooh so much, and it was just such a cute movie, and it was really funny. And Ewan McGregor is definitely Christopher Robin. Yeah, I didn't really like Christopher. Like when I watched Winnie the Pooh, I didn't like Christopher Robin like as a kid. But as an adult, he's a lot better, and I actually enjoyed him and stuff. And Eeyore stole the show for me. Eeyore and Pooh were the best. Everyone else was kind of sidelined. Tigger got a little bit more than Piglet, but like Kangaroo and Rabbit and Owl like got pretty much no screen time. But anyway, so that's number 2, and I'm pretty sure you can guess what number 1 is. I just toss and turn with these first 2 movies so hard, but I just went and I'm like, okay, which one is way cooler, way more mind blowing? And I just when I was going to the cinema that day, I saw it the movie number 1 movie in the afternoon, so all morning I was just like, oh my gosh, can time go faster? I really want to see this movie, and that movie is Avengers Infinity War. I mean, this is pretty much everyone's got this on their top 10 list. I know it doesn't really have a beginning or to the movie. It kind of just starts off with all the stuff, and you're like, if you hadn't seen the previous MCU movies, you'd be like, what's going on? But if you have seen the previous MCU movies, or just Thor Ragnarok in itself, then you understand what's happening. And I thought that it was amazing. I know like some characters didn't get enough screen time. Like I'll put the characters here that got the most screen time, but I just don't like. I thought that this was amazing. Thanos is definitely villain of the year. He is so cool, like, and you understand where he's coming from, because like the world would be a lot, like, everyone would be happier and have all the like resources and food and stuff if it was like there was less people. But whatever, it's still pretty bad. But this movie made me like Doctor Strange. I mean, because I'd seen Doctor Strange, but not like I'd only seen it once. Now I've seen it again and I like it. But yeah, this movie made me like Doctor Strange a lot more. And Gamora, for one, she was the worst Guardian of the Galaxy for me. I mean, she probably still is, but I still care for her a lot more than I did before. And Scarlet Witch was another one who I was just like, and Vision. Like, those two I did not really like. Now I just really like them a lot. And the movie being 2.5 hours long was pretty good, and like, I can't wait to see Endgame. I think today I also put out my 10 most anticipated movies of 2019. And I'll guarantee you that Endgame is going to be on that list. But Infinity War is just so good, and I mean the characters, but the characters were good, but there wasn't much development or anything, because I mean you pretty much know the characters already. But the action was really good. Thanos was amazing, and it had emotional stuff to it. Definitely the saddest, like, Marvel movie ever. Not as sad as Martha from Batman vs Superman. I'm joking. But anyway, so yeah, that's my number 1 pick for the year. Hope you enjoyed. Don't hate me, because I have my own opinion, and I bet you have yours too. So if you want to put your top 10 movies of the year in the comments, that'd be all good. So please like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time on Sam Reviews and Gaming. Bye.